Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be explaining you what collocations are and how we can use them in IELTS to get 8+ bands in writing and speaking tasks. So if you want to know about the collocations, their examples and how we can use them, so stick around with the video till the last. So let's get started with the video. Okay, so first we discuss what collocations are. See, collocations are the combination of two or more words that we often use together. See, these combination of words just sound right to the native speakers, and those native speakers use them all the time and they are naturally using them. They are not like forcefully combining any words and using them. It's not like that. They're naturally using these words. Fine. For example, we in our daily life we use these kind of words: pay attention, fast food, make an effort, powerful engine. Although these words are not combined every time, if these words are not made to be used combined every time, but usually we use them as a combination and we think that these words should be used together. Fine. See, powerful is different word, engine is different word, and they have their own meanings, but we usually use them together. So that's what is collocation. So the words that we use them together are called as collocation. Why we are talking about collocations in IELTS? Because see, if you take a look at the IELTS band descriptors, for the IELTS 7 and above band descriptors, it is mentioned that the users must use or include collocations in their writing or in their speaking task. So if you want to get those 7, 7.5, 8 or above bands, you have to mandatorily use these collocations. Fine. So in this video, I'll be telling you what kind of collocations are there and how we can naturally use them in our IELTS writing or in speaking tasks. So we move ahead and I'll let you know, like, we cannot combine any of the English two or more words to make a combination and use them as collocations. There are some words that can be combined and some words that we cannot combine, and they may sound wrong to the native speakers. Fine. For example, if you look, there is an example. We usually collocate dark adjective. Dark is an adjective that we use it with chocolate. We usually say dark chocolate, but we never use it with tea. We cannot say like dark tea. That seems wrong. So see, we have to understand what kind of words combination we can make and what combination seems unnatural. So few more examples are there. See, these are natural and unnatural English words. Like we usually say the fast train, but we don't say quick train. Similarly, we say fast food, but we can't say quick food. It seems unnatural. We say a quick shower, but we can't say a fast shower. We say a quick meal, but we don't say a fast meal. So it means we have to understand what words comes together and forms natural English, like collocations, and what words don't combine together, and this, if you forcefully combine them, they look as like a unnatural English. Fine. In our English grammar, there are different types of collocations, like combinations that we can do, like adjective plus noun, noun plus adverb, noun plus noun, verb and expression with preposition, verbs and adverbs, adverbs and adjectives, adjective plus noun plus noun. But we need not to use all of these in our IELTS writing and speaking tasks. In this video, I'll be discussing with you only four of these that are important that we can use for IELTS task. Fine, to score 7, 8 bands. Fine. So let's discuss these one by one. Okay. Before discussing these one by one, these type of collocations, let me remind you what are the meaning of these terms, what adjective is, noun, verb, adverb is. If you don't remember, I'll just give you a quick recap of these parts of speech. So first that we use is noun. Noun is what? Noun is the name of a person, place, thing or idea. For example, you would say man, Oxford University, house, happiness. Any name of a person, place or thing, that is a noun. And then a pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. Like instead of saying a name of a person, we say he, she, it, we, they. So that is what? That is pronoun. That is pronoun. Fine. And then there comes the adjective. Adjective is what? That modifies or describes the quality of a noun or pronoun. So simply if we say girl, a girl, but if we say a pretty girl, so if we say Radha, but we say Radha is a pretty girl, so that pretty comes to be an adjective, means it is describing or modifying the noun. We say lady, lady comes to be a noun, but if we say it as old lady, that comes to be an adjective. So old is an adjective. Blue, blue is an adjective. See, if we say shirt, shirt comes to be a noun, but if we say blue shirt, that blue is an adjective that we have used with the noun. And then smart is also an adjective. Smart boy, if we simply say boy, so that is a noun, but if we say smart boy, that is an adjective. Fine. And then there comes verb. A verb is an expression of action or being something. So if you are doing some activity, that is what verb, that we say it as a verb. So it's like examples are jumping, is, write, become. You are writing something, you are jumping, you are eating, you are sleeping, that is verb. And then there is adverb. Adverb is a part of speech that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. See, if you are saying jumping, she is jumping, but if you are saying she is jumping slowly, she is jumping fast, so that comes to be an adverb. She is jumping gently, so that is an adverb. It modifies the verb. Adverb is the part of speech that modifies the adverb. Extremely, carefully, well, so these are what? These are the adverbs that we use in English language, and these are the parts of speech. Why I have discussed, just to give you a quick revision of all these, so that we can understand how the combination of these can be used for making a collocation. Okay, so let me explain you how we can combine these parts of speech to make a collocations, and that we can use in IELTS writing and speaking. So the very first category that we are going to discuss is adjective and nouns. See, adjective is what? That modifies the noun. Fine. So if you combine them, if you write them together, that comes to be a collocation. Here is few examples. So we start with the first one. So it is joy always wear blue or white or some other bright color. So if you simply say other color, that comes to be a noun, but we have written bright color, so this comes to be a collocation. Next one is, we had a brief chat about the project but didn't have time to discuss it properly. You would simply write like, we had a chat about the project, but we have modified it, we have described it, what kind of chat we had. We had a detailed chat, we had a brief chat, so that comes to be a collocation. Adjective plus noun. Fine. Another example, unemployment is a major problem for the government these days. You could write this sentence in a simple way like, unemployment is a problem for government, but you enhance that, you explain that, you describe that what kind of problem is, because problem is a noun, so explain it, major problem, it's a prominent problem, it's the crucial problem. So if you write these kind of words like adjectives, that comes to be a collocation. Another example, improving the health service is another key issue for the UK. So this issue is what? Noun, but you have written here key with it, so that comes to be a collocation, adjective. Fine. So another category here is the second one, which is nouns and verbs. So if you are writing any verb like speaking, writing, eating, jumping, and if you write a noun with that, that comes to be a collocation. These are the examples. The first one example here is, the economy boomed in 2002. So economy is a noun, but you have written verb with it, that is boomed. So it's a collocation. The company has grown and now employs over 30 people. This company word is noun, but has grown is a verb. So it's a combination, so that is collocation. The 4 companies merged in 2013. They launched the product in 1998. The price increase poses a problem for them. The internet has created opportunities for his company. So these are the combination that comes to be a category, nouns and verbs. Okay. So there is the next category, which is verbs and adverbs. Okay, so verb and adverbs. When you are writing a verb, if you write an adverb with it to modify that verb, to describe better that verb, so that comes to be a kind of verb plus adverbs collocation. So example, he pulled steadily on the rope and helped her to safety. See, we can use this example, this sentence in a simple way, like he pulled on the rope and helped her to safety. But we mentioned how he pulled the rope. He pulled the rope steadily. So this pulled is a verb, but steadily is an adverb. Fine. He pulled the rope gently. We can use that. He pulled steadily. So that is what collocation. She placed the beautiful jar gently on the window ledge. He smiled proudly as he looked at the photos of his new granddaughter. So this is another kind of collocation. Okay. Then next comes the fourth category, which is adverbs and adjectives. Okay. Adverbs followed by an adjective. Examples are like, Ben and Jane are happily married. You are fully aware that there are serious problems. George was blissfully unaware that he was in danger. You can simply use like you are aware that there is a serious problem, but you use an adverb with it. Fully aware, totally aware you can use. George was unaware that he was in danger, but we use blissfully unaware. So this kind of combination when you write, that comes to be a collocation. And when you are writing these kind of words like combinations, you will definitely get higher bands, because the IELTS examiners look for these kind of combinations. See, you need not to cram these collocations. These comes out to be natural when you practice them. When you come to know like these words we use together and will make a collocation, then it comes naturally to your writing and speaking task. You need not to cram them. Fine. Okay, now these are the examples that I've given you. You can use them in IELTS writing and speaking. Now I'll explain you how you can use them in essay writing, task 2 writing. So here is one of the example that I've taken. This is the IELTS essay topic. It is like the main cause of global warming is pollution from cars. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So I have just written an introduction of this essay here, and I've used 3 collocations in this. I've not like intentionally put those collocations or forcefully put those collocations, but these comes to be as natural. Whenever I write, like these kind of collocations comes to my mind naturally, and I use them in this task. So see here, I have written, it is indeed irrefutable that our planet Earth is becoming increasingly polluted day by day. So indeed irrefutable means that you cannot deny, it's obviously you cannot deny that our planet Earth is becoming increasingly polluted day by day. Although I agree that pollutants emitted from fuel consumption lead to an increase in temperature, however, it is not the prime cause of climate change. So here the first collocation is indeed irrefutable. Then second one is increasingly polluted. Third one is prime cause. Okay. So indeed irrefutable is a collocation made by the combination of adverb plus adjective. Same, increasingly polluted is adverb and increasingly is an adverb and polluted is an adjective. Prime cause, adjective plus noun. So you need not to cram these like what kind of parts of speech you are cramming like using, but you have to use these words naturally. This comes to your speaking and your writing task naturally when you practice them, when you learn how to use them. Okay, so next these are some examples of the collocations that we can use them in our speaking or in our writing. So these are like indispensable part. If you say like indispensable, that you cannot think your life without that particular thing, like it's very important, utmost important thing. Indispensable part, indispensable device, indispensable person in your life, you can use this. Prominent you can use with any of these like nouns, university, company, school, anyone. Then completely rely on something, totally rely, significantly impacted, drastically impacted you can say. Fine. Okay, then several tasks. These are the collocation. Another ones are like widely used, extensively used, widely accepted. Like you can use them in your sentences. Sophisticated technology, major portion. So these are few examples of collocations. So I hope you people are now clear with the term collocations and how we can use them in our writing and in speaking tasks. So guys, if you are now clear with this and you like my efforts, so please consider liking and subscribing my channel. That's all with this video. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone.